Hello everybody and welcome back at Adobe Live. I'm your host Clady. I am streaming from Manchester, UK today, and I welcome you to this brand new stream with Adobe Express. Today I will show you how to align your social media assets for a spooky Halloween, so you can just use it for maybe your own Instagram, or maybe you are starting a new business, you want to grow your social media assets, or you want to do a sale or something specific for Halloween. Well, with these themed templates that are available with Adobe Express, you do not need to be a designer to create some fantastic assets together. So that's what we're going to be doing in the next 30 minutes. So make sure to head on express.adobe.com and let me know in the chat where are you watching from, and most importantly, if you have used Adobe Express before. I'm going to try to show you all the magic that you can produce and everything that you can create with this wonderful app, everything that you can think you can make even if you're not a designer. I want to say a quick hello to the chat before we get started. Annika, lovely to see you. I can also see Carol, Frank, Oliver. What's up everybody? Hey yo, what's going on? Nice to see you. Fantastic. It's time to get started. Again, if you're watching on the wonderful behance.net/live, feel free to ask any questions at any time. I'm here to share with you whatever I can. So feel free to take the time to ask questions. I'll be more than happy to reply to all your questions. And also, if you are, sorry, I got distracted by the chat because we have Frank from Montreal. I'm actually going to Toronto in a couple of weeks. I'm really, really excited. But as I was saying, if you're watching on behance.net/live, that is the place to leave your comment in the chat so I can read your questions and answer to them. This is a safe space for everybody to learn together. But otherwise, don't forget that this stream, alongside many other available useful tutorial and inspirational stream, are available on the Adobe Express YouTube channel, which is filled with amazing content. So don't forget to go and give it a subscribe in there as well. Beautiful. Happy Wednesday, Sean, lovely to see you. I was actually looking at your stream the other day while I was working. I didn't have the time to say hello, but let's go ahead and get started. So this is as you can see on my screen, I'm already on express.adobe.com. This is a project that I was starting to create for our wonderful thumbnail here, but I want to show you and I want to walk you step by step on how to create something like that, because it's super easy. So I thought for first of all, I wanted to know how many people in the chat already wanted to already played with Adobe Express before, because the approach that I wanted to take today was a little bit to deconstruct something like this first template. And then I will show you how to start by using a specific one. So here we have some text, and you can see that anytime that I click on something, on any element that is on my canvas, our right panel, which allows us to edit the elements that we select, will change. So if I select the image, we have edit background. If I select the text, we have edit text. So this already starts to give us an idea that on the right side of the screen of the workspace in Adobe Express, we will be able to edit anything that is inside our template. But I'm gonna jump into our home page. So if you head to express.adobe.com, this is the welcome page that will allow you to perform so many wonderful activities in just a click. We have our quick action tray, which allows you to play with a quickly remove background. Let's say that you have a logo, you want to remove a background, you can do that real quick. Or maybe even if you have a subject and you want to remove the background, that is the perfect way to jumpstart your project. Same for resize your image, convert a video into a GIF, or vice versa into an MP4, trim a video. You can also manipulate images. You can also play with PDF. Have you ever had multiple PDF and maybe you have to merge it into a single document? Well, this is the place where you can do so by combining files. So this quick try, this tray of try a quick action is so useful to perform quick actions with Adobe Express. But let's moving forward. Here we have we have the standard sizes that will allow you to jump start into a project with a specific size. But what I want to bring your attention to is this search bar at the top of our workspace. This toolbar, this search bar is so useful because it will allow you to access all the wonderful templates that are available for you. So in this case, I'm just going to go ahead and search Halloween, and you will see that by simply searching Halloween, I have access to many different templates. But it gets even more fun because you can also right away either jump into a category. So Adobe Express will automatically narrow down for you the specific category, so you can have an Instagram post, Instagram stories. So not only you get the theme with the photo and the text that is already ready for you and to be edited. Remember, as soon as we jumped on, as soon as we click on things, we can edit them on the right. That's exactly what we're gonna do. But also you will filter it by topic. Let me just move my microphone because it's just in front of my on my desktop there. Here we go. So you have Halloween seasonal. Maybe you want to do like a party that is on Halloween themed, and most of all, you can also choose between the free, the premium, or animated assets. As you can see, I'm just going to zoom in real quick. This is a free asset. This one here that displays a little crown on top of the thumbnail preview is a premium asset, but you can access many free assets in terms of images, templates, graphics, text. You have access to the full Adobe Live font library, which is super useful. We see that Annika shared the link in the chat. You can learn more about Adobe Express if you head to adobe.com/express. But if you want to jump in and work with me, and again, you don't have to do a theme. Maybe you're just getting ready for Christmas. All you have to do is to simply jump into express.adobe.com. And this is the place where you will be able to use the search bar, just like I did, to bring to life all these wonderful templates ready for you to edit. So let's go ahead here and start by using Instagram posts. So not only I've used the keyword Halloween, but then I'm going to jump into the category and just head and select Instagram posts. So as you can see right away, we have our Adobe Express filtering for us our collection. Isn't that super cool? Look how many we have. They're so funny. And sometimes I just even use that for inspiration. So what I tend to do is just like look a thing just for, I don't know, maybe a specific type. So for example, this really caught my eye for the typeface. So maybe I'm just gonna go ahead and start working on it. But in reality, all I wanna do here is just to have a sneaky peek at the type and maybe take a note for later. So all you have to do is to click on the text, and here where it says main style, you will have access to the actual name of the font, which is called Broken Script OT. And you can then go back and discard and literally start from scratch again. So if you want, actually, let me save it real quick. So I just want to show you, first of all, how to edit it, and then we can jump into the one with the image, so we can create something that is much more similar to the very spooky one that I had in my cover. But let's go back here, and as I said, all you have to do here is to simply click on the text where it says edit text. Our panel on the right will give you the opportunity to edit the settings. So where it says edit text, we can write whatever we want. So I think the text was 50% Halloween party or Halloween discount. Maybe we can just do this. We can write on one side, I'm actually gonna go and 50% off. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and select both the text. As you can see, the text and the background are together because we have a shape. So if you're wondering how you fit a shape behind your text, you can see here underneath the text, we have the shape selected. If we untick the shape, it will go away. So perhaps you do not wish to share it, or maybe you want to put your discount in a circle. Let me actually do that real quick. So here you can actually choose the different shapes. So see here, maybe you can put the discount in a circle. You can do so many things. Honestly, that's so much fun. So let's take a complete different direction. Why not? I like to improvise. This is the beauty of the live. And then you can resize it, and you can see that automatically the text will resize with your shape. Probably I should say the shape will resize alongside your text. And as you can see before, so once you click on shape, all you have to do is to click at this little button here, down pointing arrow where it says shape. And not only you can choose between all these wonderful shapes that you have there. So the first one was the highlight rectangle that was behind the actual text, but you can also change the color. So if you're not happy with a specific color, you can either choose a color or use our lovely eyedropper tool to select any of the color that is already present inside. Maybe you can swap then the text with a dark background if you want. And if you're not happy about your final choices, you can always use the arrow located at the top of the browser here and then simply click backward in order to head back to your previous settings. So what I strongly recommend you to do is to experiment as much as possible. Do not be afraid. Everything is saved automatically. As you can see here, we have a little cloud. By the way, we also have our little My Project. I always forget to name the project. Let's go ahead and name it Halloween Assets. Perfect. And then from here, we can keep working on it. So maybe the other thing that I will do is to jump into the text. And as you can see, we have different texts that are already put together for us. So we can have a browse and have a look if there is anything that is there for us, or we can just try and select something new. So all you have to do here is to simply to click on anything that you like. So let's have a little look, maybe events or maybe labels or quotes, depending on what you're looking for. Let's see if we search Halloween in here, if we have any sort of text locked up that will give us some tips on the best text to use. Let me see. Oops. Look at that. It actually brought some horror spooky text that we can use for our little banner there. And in this case, these two texts look like they conflict with each other. So I'll probably go ahead and choose one or the other. That's completely up to you. But that was just to give you an idea that not only you can browse between different fonts, but you already have some themed fonts that are there for you to use. So look how cool is this one. And if you want, now that we discovered this brand new font, we can, it's called Schlop Regular. If you want, you can then double click here on the font that you already used before and then search the one that we just discovered. So let's see if I can find that real quick. I don't remember how it was spelled. Again, double click on this particular asset. Whenever you bring in any sort of template, any sort of font or graphic element, you will see that the bounding box is blue. You can notice it here. And all it means, the difference between this white bounding box and this blue bounding box, is that the blue bounding box displays a group. In order to access the elements of the group and edit them, you can double click on the group and you will be able to access each single element. Or you can also simply select on it and then click ungroup. Let's see. So if you select it here, you always have the possibility of ungrouping them, or simply double click on it and then you will have access to the white bounding box, and that lets you know that you are actually accessing that specific resource. So let's go ahead. Annika is saying there are plenty of streams on YouTube where rename mine, call it project 1, 2, 3. Yes, Annika, absolutely feel you. So I'm going to go ahead and actually copy this text. It's called Schlop, so I was totally spelling that wrong. And now I can go back here and simply paste it there. See how easy was that? Fantastic. And what I'm going to do here, because I want to keep everything consistent with my brand, let's say that my brand is there in the background, I want to use the eyedropper tool located here at the bottom, and then I can eyedrop the color from the other text, and here it is. But it looks like maybe now we need a shape as well. And if you want to change the color of the shape, again, you can simply use this eyedropper tool, and look at that. You brought everything back into theme. Isn't that super cool? So that's the way that you can personalize your event, your social media, with many different assets. But let's go back into our original one. I just jumped into this one because I wanted to create something that is different from what I had to plan. It's nice just to have a little bit of a look, and then we can go back into Halloween. And as you can see, the one that I used, the spooky Halloween one, is just right there. I also want to show you a little bit of different things that you can do with these images. So again, this is a template pretty much ready to go. I tend to use template not only So for example, for this template here, what I was specifically looking for was the text, which is already set very neatly around the borders. So I don't have to worry about centering it and moving different text or creating multiple instances of the different text. If you do not like the image and you wish to use a different one, don't worry about it. You can always click on the photo itself. And as you can see, at the moment the photo is added to the background, you can always click on replace, and then from there you will have access to Adobe Stock. Again, here you have a search bar where you can use any keyword you want. In my case, I'm gonna stick to Halloween, and you can search and access all these amazing different assets. As you can see here, we have also a distinction between some free assets and assets that are a premium. You can of course see that with the little arrow, and all you have to do is to click on the assets that you wish to use in order to preview it. Isn't that amazing? So you can literally choose whatever you want within these images. Now, if some of these stock images have text, this is the only text that you cannot edit. So just bear that in mind. And I don't know what is going on there. Let me actually swap internet here, and that should go a little bit smoother. Let's reload. And I'm not afraid of doing that. I reload all the time with Express because everything gets saved as I go. So as you can see here, all we have to do again is we are already in the same project we're working on, select the image, select replace, and again, all we have to search is the keyword Halloween. And then from there, you can choose whatever you want for your banner. Now, I kind of like this one. I think it's cute, but maybe you want to choose something that you can also use within different aspects for your stories. So maybe I think that this white one was the best for me. So let's go ahead and see what is happening there. It looks like it's saving my work. In the meantime, I can go ahead and call this one Halloween 2. And the project now is saved, so hopefully we'll be there. Let me see what is going on. Apologies. Here we go. Here it is. It's displaying there with a brand new image. As I said, all I have to do is to refresh the page. We're working on an internet browser. All you have to do is to log in with your Adobe ID, and you will be able also to maybe log out and then come back and jump into this project again. Fantastic. So here we have our text, but what we learned from the one before is that we can add the shape, which I find really, really cool. We want to make sure that transparency is 100%, and I'm going to go ahead and pick the same color of our little bats there. And it looks like we're probably gonna add the shape to all of these assets over here. And again, I'm just gonna use this current palette. And one more time before, I can't believe time runs so fast. What I'm gonna do here is to simply change the text. So again, I'm gonna go ahead and apply the shape behind. And instead of party playlist, what I wanted to add was my discount, my offer, my 50%, 15%, how much you want off for our spooky Halloween. So you can keep the discount there, or maybe what I like to do, because I just gonna go ahead and copy the text from here and paste it. So I have the top and the bottom value that have the same text, and then the left and right that will say 15% off. And by the way, I've noticed that that text went in 2 lines. I'm gonna show you real quick how to fix that. So 15% off. And don't forget, if something moves, it's really easy. All you have to do is to click and drag, and we have our guides that will make sure that everything is aligned. So as you can see, I'm just gonna zoom in so you can see a little bit better. We have the little purple guide and the little blue guide that make sure that everything is aligned. So all you have to do is to click and drag on the assets. So we have 50% off for spooky Halloween, and I'm gonna zoom out and just show you real quick how can you move the text. So when something like that happens, when the text starts to pile up in 2 lines, all you have to do is to click and drag to the right in order to make your text area a little bit larger, and then really quickly there again, simply click and drag to make sure that it is aligned with the top. So it looks like we are done with this specific one. Again, what I wanted to show you is also this filter enhancement for our background that will allow you to change the color of your text. Isn't that super cool, of your images? So if you do not like the black and white, and maybe you want to choose something that is themed with your brand, all you have to do is to go ahead and search the filter. I kind of like this purple and an orange theme. And then all you'll have to do for your text, again, what like we did before, once we select the shape, you want to click on it, and from the color you can use the very useful little eyedropper. Will select the brand new color that you have created by using the filters. Isn't that super useful? I think that's really, really amazing. Now I'm just gonna do that real quick. And by the way, as you can see, the color palette gets saved, so you don't have to go back into the eyedropper over and over again. All you have to do is to click on the color and you have the color palette that is currently present active there. Fantastic. Now, something else that I wanted to show you is how to take advantages of these multiple pages within a document. So what if I want to create a campaign for my discount? This is my Instagram post. What if I want to move this one into my stories? All you have to do is to duplicate page. Here, you will be asked if you want to keep the same size or not. You could resize your document. So here, as you can see, I've created multiple pages. This is page number 2, and you can perhaps create a different size. So by the way, that's what I was doing wrong. I was creating duplicate. So of course, duplicate creates exactly the same size. So I just simply create multiple pages. So I'm just going to delete it real quick. This is page number 2. We're back to scrap. So let's go ahead and zoom in so we can make this clear. So duplicate page will create another page within the same document. So it's almost like a folder with a project with exactly the same assets. So we have the same background, the same text, and also the same size of the canvas. Well, if you want to create a new page and treat it differently, so for example, for a campaign, you can go ahead and select add page. And here you will be choosing the different size that you want to use. So in this case, I'm going to move from an Instagram post into an Instagram story. You do not even need to know the size because automatically it will be there. Now, what if you want to choose exactly the same assets? Well, all you'll have to do is to click on the asset that you would like to duplicate and press Command C to copy it, and then you can go back. So let me go actually group all the text here, and then press Command C to copy, and then here we can bring it inside the new document simply by pressing Command V. And as you can see, it starts to get resized, and maybe here we can start to play with the text as well. So it looks like this is definitely too big. Let's try something like 100. Probably will look a little bit better. And you can literally replicate exactly the same concept that you have inside your Instagram post for your story. There we go, a little bit higher. I like this one on the side of the banner. I think that looks quite cool over there. And again, I don't have to worry about the size. I don't have to worry about anything. Now, the problem with the image here, the reason why, as you can see, the image is locked in the background is because we have here the add to background ticked. If you want to use the asset, deselect the background so you can select the actual image. And now you can copy this asset and paste it inside this other document. Did you see? So if you ever have an issue where you cannot, for whatever reason, copy and paste your assets, is because they're added to the background, which is absolutely fine and is very useful when you're creating, you know, something in particular that you want at the back, that you want sitting at the back, so it doesn't get in the mix of things. But don't forget that you can also resize it at any time, and you can also rotate it if you wish. And here, not only we have the same assets that is being duplicated and added to our canvas, but also we have the filter that has already been applied. So exactly the same images. So in order to make our campaign consistent from our, actually gonna add it to the background and resize it over here as well. I just had a look at the time. I cannot believe time goes so fast when you're having fun. We have about 10 seconds to show you what is your next action. Of course, it will be to add and download these images so you can then share it. So don't forget to click on download and then start download. You can also share it, but most importantly, I'm just going to place it into my desktop so we can quickly access it to have a look. But also you can schedule your post on social media directly from Adobe Express. How cool is that? So Adobe Express will connect and will, thanks to Scheduler, will allow you to schedule your post and your creation directly to be posted on your social media. Isn't that super amazing? What a time saver. You don't need to be a designer to do all that. We had literally 25 minutes, and we created 2 different post, and we created also a campaign with a story and a post that are connected together. We used the template, learned how to customize it, learned how to choose text, use shapes behind your text. But unfortunately, it is now time to say goodbye. Don't forget to join the Adobe Express YouTube channel for more fun and more tutorials. And also don't forget that there is always so much fun on the behance.net/live Adobe Live channel. Thank you so much for being here with me, and I will see you tomorrow, same time. Now go and grab a glass of water and join Behance, or simply watch more tutorials here on Adobe Express. Thank you so much, everybody. Bye.